Hey guys, this is Chris here. I just wanted to make this video. This is a review for the awesome 2-disc set from Vinegar Syndrome. It's from their partner line or whatever it is, whatever it's called. But this is You're So Cool, Brewster, the story of Friday Night 2-disc edition. This is the awesome slipcover. I think it was limited to 2,000 pieces with the slipcover. Of course, I didn't do an unboxing, but this is a review because I did watch the entire Blu-ray. Of course, this is the what looks like inside the case. If you want to read more about it there, and then you have two discs, different. Both discs have different artwork, and then you also have an alternate art for the sleeve. Again, if you need the text. Now, if you have not seen this documentary, I do know a lot of the first disc, or part of the first disc at least, is on the Blu-ray, the 4K and stuff of the Friday Night movie, right? But I don't know if the whole thing. I haven't. It's been a while since I've watched the special features on the 4K or the Blu-ray, either one. I do know there is a feature called You're So Cool, Brewster, and it is a making of thing. I just don't know if it's the entire first documentary or not. Because the first documentary is actually, 147 minutes. And that's without the special features of the first disc. And then the second disc is 85 minutes. And the second disc, the feature on the second disc, it's an actual main feature. It's a part two to the documentary, and it essentially it covers a little bit with the first movie, but it's essentially part two, Friday Night Part 2, and it covers that, and it covers a little bit of the remake as well. This is a very good release. I've watched every special feature. The only thing I will say is on disc 2, there's the bonus features on disc 2 are some extras. Peter Vincent trailers, and there's a guy out here in this documentary. I don't remember the guy's name right off the top of my head, but he does introduction and the introduction videos and the exit videos, and in between different sections of the documentary where he does his take on what the Peter Vincent from the film would be, and the trailers are really, I don't want to say crappy, but really low budget, really little to some effort made into fake little movie trailers starring him, right? Starring that actor, the actor or the host. In general, if you like Camp Crystal Lake or Never Sleep Again or Living with Chucky, or there's other documentaries out there. If you like those documentaries, this documentary is for you. The same company. Let's see if it says the company's name. I think it's Dead Mouse Studios or Productions or something like that. I think they did a documentary as well on Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2, Hellbound, and I think that they also released one based on the RoboCop movie. I don't know if it's the whole franchise or just the first movie. I haven't seen either one of those documentaries. This documentary, I had heard about this documentary a long time ago, and I wanted to get it on Blu-ray before, and I started looking for eBay for it because I really wanted to own it preferably with the slipcover, but I wasn't going to pay the kind of price that they had for it. And then I noticed Vinegar Syndrome is releasing this great edition. With really fantastic artwork and stuff as well. And I jumped at the chance. I knew it was a pre-order, and it came in a couple days ago. I thought about doing an unboxing for this, but there really wasn't much to show. I basically showed you everything that came with this. Aside from I don't have the box anymore that it came in, the shipping box. And I don't have I already threw away the bubble letter envelope, thing that they have their releases in. This one did not come with any stickers or any kind of anything special aside from the packaging material and the box, which is fine. I don't need a lot of other stuff. Um, Now, if you do know the story about the Friday Night at all, what I found interesting is I did not realize. I mean, I should have realized it probably, but I did not realize it with Friday Night 2. Spoiler alert: with Friday Night 2, the reason why it was not a success in the box office is because A, it wasn't released very much at the box office, and B, it had to do with the Lyle and the Eric Menendez brother murders, and because I guess their father is the one that was kind of backing the company or the people that made this movie, made the second movie, right? Um, I'm hopeful that this release, as well as the 4K that I think they're reprinting this month or next month or in December or something like that of the Steelbook for the first Friday. I'm hoping that some company, whether it's Vinegar Syndrome, whether it's Synapse, whether it's 88 Miles, whether it's Arrow Video, whether it's Scream Factory, whether it's I'm hoping some company at least gets to be able to put Part 2 on Blu-ray or 4K. I would love it. I think it's a movie that deserves to be on 4K or Blu-ray, either way. And we deserve to have a really good, solid quality, release for it. Because yes, you could get a fan made version of the release or whatever, or you could get. I think in Spain they have a Blu-ray in Spain or something like that. But I want one that's released worldwide. I do not think that that movie deserves to be left in the dark like it has. The sequel, the remake and its sequel both got releases here worldwide, and they're as good as I thought the remake was. I did enjoy the remake, and I have fun with the remake. It doesn't hold a candle to the original, and I never even saw the sequel to the remake. I know it's out there. I know it's out there because I've confused the. I almost bought it once thinking it was the sequel to the original Friday Night, right? But it wasn't, and luckily I discovered that before I bought it. But the point is, we should get that. Some companies should put it out. I need to do a video or something covering like 10 or 15 movies that I think need to get a good copy in the U.S. Or just getting a good copy worldwide. It doesn't have to be 4K. I'm not the hugest fan of 4K. I get when I can get 4K, I will, but I don't avidly go out looking for 4K. A lot of my movies I still have are Blu-ray. I have a lot of movies, as you can see behind me. I have a lot of stuff still on DVD. But a lot of the newer movies I try to get at least on Blu-ray. There's some movies that are just available on Blu-ray. Like I'm looking right over there at my copy of the Meanwood. As far as I know, it doesn't have an official DVD release. It has never been on 4K, and the only way you can get it is in a steelbook. And if you know me, I'm not a huge fan of steelbooks. I'd rather have the Blu-ray case. It's to me, with or without a slip. I prefer having slip covers, but I don't have to have the slip as well. But if I can't get the slip for, say, even $1 more, I will. Yeah, I just wanted to say that this is a great documentary. Like I said, on the 4K and the Blu-ray of the original Friday Night movie, I do know there's a feature on there called "You're So Cool, Brewster," and I remember watching it, but I don't remember if it's the full 2 and a half hour documentary or not, or if it's just part of the first part of this movie or documentary. I don't remember how much it covers in that, or if it's just a brand new documentary in and of itself. I don't remember. I need to put in my 4K and really see what's on there, right? But I do love having this. I love the fact that we got this. Like I said, it's a tremendous documentary. You learn so much. Unfortunately, there's some actors and some of the crew and the cast and the producers and behind the scenes people. Some people that either did not get interviewed or would not be interviewed, or they just were no longer with us. And sadly, that's going to happen with any documentary you ever get. Not everybody's going to be able to be involved in it, and that's okay. This is a great documentary. If you like the movie, if you're even interested in how the movie was made, or how any movies are made, or the history of said movies, or anything like that, I suggest giving this a try. You know, I think you can get the basic documentary on YouTube, or you get it digitally. I don't quote me on that, but I think you can someplace. I haven't really looked into that yet because I have the Blu-ray. I don't need to do it digitally, but I'm sure you can. I'm sure you can find clips of it online. I haven't really done a whole lot of searching on YouTube or anything for your clips. So I did when I first heard about this documentary. I wanted to find out if it was available on YouTube or anything. And as of right now, I don't think it is. But it could eventually be put on there, or at least you could get snippets of it or whatever. Yeah, I don't know what else I want to say about this. It's a great documentary. You do learn a lot about what it took to make the movie, how it took it. Um, you find out. I found out some stuff about how Charlie Sheen was, tried to go for the role of Brewster, and evil in this movie. I can't think of his name. Is it Steve something? Steve. Is it Steve Gofries? Is that his name? That might be who it is. Well, he plays evil in the original movie. He actually thought he was auditioning for Brewster, or Charlie. Charlie. Um, yeah, there's just a lot of information on this that I didn't know beforehand, or if I did know, or if I did hear it, I kind of forgot about it until I watched this. And that's why I love having physical copies of the things I do have and the things I am looking for, because as much as I do love to stream, I do love digital. I love Netflix. I love Disney Plus. I love having digital copies of movies on my Vudu account and on Amazon Prime and on Movies Anywhere and all that stuff. I love having access to that stuff, but I even love having the physical copy even more because when it's on a digital platform, when it's on streaming services, they can always be taken away, and B, they can get edited, and there's nothing you can do about it, right? Perfect example: Star Wars. There's no way, unless you get a bootleg version of it or a fan made version of it, that you can digitally stream or watch the original version of the Star Wars trilogy. Instead, you're going to get the Lucas, made versions of them that are what's on Disney Plus now. And I was hoping, and I think we all were hoping when Disney bought Fox and Lucasfilm, we were hoping we would get the original trilogy as it was meant to be seen originally, even if it's just a limited official release. It never happened, and it probably never will happen. But we were all hoping for it. I know I was. Anyways, I'm going on a tangent. I don't want to keep you guys here any longer than I have to. Have you seen this documentary? Have you not? Do you like the movie Friday Night? Do you even care about this documentary? I do like this documentary. I like a lot of it. If I was going to rate it, oh man, I would say this is a solid 8.5 out of 10. There's not a whole lot that I would change about this. I think I would have done without the Vincent Price trailers, even though they're only like 12 minutes worth of trailers. They were somewhat entertaining, but I think I would have rather had more interviews with more, cut scenes of interviews from the different casts and production members and designers and stuff, or maybe have blooper reel or something when they're interviewing them, because I think that's always more entertaining than. But we got what we got. The only thing I will say is with documentaries, it depends on the source material of what the documentary is about and how much I really give it a high ranking. Like Never Sleep Again, I give it a 10 out of 10. Living with Chucky or Living with Chuck, or I don't, yeah, it's the Child's Play documentary that they made. I give that a 9.5 out of 10 because I love those franchises even more than I do Friday Night. I do like the movie Friday Night. I enjoy it, but it's not one of those movies that it's not one of my favorite horror films of all time. It's growing on me even more. The more I see it, the more I'm seeing special features about it and documentaries about it, and realizing how much of a fun time I have with it. It's growing on me, but it's never going to beat Freddy. It's never going to beat The Nightmare on Elm Street for me, the franchise, and or Chucky's my second favorite of all the slasher/horror franchises. I love Chucky and I love Freddy. Those are my two go-tos. So getting a documentary about those franchises to me that elevated me even more, and they're just so greatly made in general, right? But this is very great. I'm definitely going to try to look up look to see if I can't get Blu-rays or even DVD copies of the other two that the Dead Mouse, I think Dead Mouse Productions or whatever it's called. If I can find the RoboCop wood and I can find the Hellraiser wood, I do want to buy those. I want to test those out. Maybe Vinegar Syndrome will release those as well. I don't know if they will or not, and I'm not counting on it. But yeah, other than that, guys, if you like my videos at all, hit that like button, subscribe. Please share the content, comment down below. Let me know what you think of Fright Night or just the horror genre in general. And let me know, do you want to see more of these type of reviews or not? If you do, I'm going to start on it. The next video I have planned for you guys is I'm rewatching all the Friday the 13th movies. I want to give you my official ranking of those as of when I post the video. I think I'll have it out this weekend, but it might be Monday or Tuesday. I don't know exactly when. But I've just now started to rewatch the movies because some of the movies I haven't seen in a long time. I know what my favorite movie is. So I know what my number one is. I know what my number two is. And I'm pretty sure I know what my number three is. I don't think it's changed, but it might. But I do know what my favorite one is. And I know what my second favorite is, and that's not going to change anything. But the other movies, I haven't watched them enough to know how much I really love them or not. And one of the movies I always give a lot of crap about. I just need to rewatch it all and see how I'm ranking them now. That I am, like I said, I'm in the process of rewatching them all. I will, as soon as I do rewatch them, I am going to make a video just like I did with the Nightmare on Elm Street rankings, and I'll give you my official rankings at the time. And like I said, the rankings could change. But anyways, that's all for today. In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, and I'll catch you guys later.